I'm donating right now.
The California Democratic Convention.
Mr. Schiff.
The state convention can do so much. We can pass resolutions, we can support legislation, we can endorse candidates.
Hi there. We're emailing Governor Newsom to ask him to put back
The first major gathering of California's Democrats since the November election.
The implications are pretty simple.
We need to participate in our party convention to make sure that in the next election we have someone reasonable and we can flip the midterm elections.
This spring's convention theme, California Strong. A message California Democratic Party Chairman Rusty Hicks says isn't just a goal, but a reflection of who Californians already are.
And I think despite the challenges and political headwinds, we are California Strong. 10 million Democrats, nearly 80% of the state and legislative seats in the state legislature and in Congress. There's a lot to be proud of and a lot to build from.
But more than just party business happened in Anaheim. Delegates in the California Democratic Party, the largest state Democratic party in the country, shared where they think things stand and what they want to see next.
What I want to see here is something about what direction we're going in, how we were going to defeat Republicans next year, in 2026, and what we need to do to organize and be effective. So far, that message has not reached the ears of people. It's just, yes, we need to do better. So what is the plan? That's what I want to hear. What is the plan?
I feel like we're feeling this sense of despair. And, I think coming out of the election, there's this sense of everything's doom and gloom. So I want to hear more hope, but I want to hear real tangible things on how we're going to accomplish this change and how we are going to take things back.
Delegates are also looking at who is ready to lead California.
This time we have a woman governor. Newsom has not been leading us. He's been more concerned about running for president, so he's doing all kinds of weird stuff right now. Things that are not in the best interests of California.
The top Democrat in the state, Governor Gavin Newsom, was noticeably missing at the convention this year.
Everyone has their own life to live, and we listen and we don't judge.
But not everyone felt the same.
I was surprised that he's not here. I think that if he wanted to garner support from the California Democratic Party, or if he wanted to encourage the party, he would be here in some fashion, virtually, in person. There are a lot of different ways to take part, and so I think that his absence is notable.
We heard that Governor Gavin Newsom is not going to be here. What are your thoughts on him not attending?
Sounds like it's a question for him.
Question for him. But I know that, the California Democratic Party has, strongly supported him. I guess, what do you think it says to voters in California that he isn't here?
Well, I think it's a reminder that there are 10 million California Democrats in this state, that this is an incredibly diverse party, and there are a lot of important voices in this party. And we're going to hear from many of them over the course of the next couple days.
Former Vice President Kamala Harris made a video appearance at the convention.
And proving that our fight to advance freedom and justice must continue.
But stopped short of answering the big question on many minds, whether she plans to run for governor. Harris's former running mate headlined the convention, talking about their November loss.
But somewhere we strayed from our North Star. Right here, right now, Trump and the Republicans are going to screw stuff up enough with the working class. We're going to have an opportunity to be their champions.
Governor of Minnesota Tim Walz and Senators Cory Booker and Adam Schiff all spoke, focusing on the 2026 election and fighting back against President Donald Trump's administration.
When they want to shut down Social Security offices for our seniors, we say, hell no. When they want to cut services to our veterans, do we let them? Hell no.
Chairman Hicks doubling down on the same message.
And going into the new year, would you say that there are one or two really main focuses this year?
Well, certainly the fight for 2026 doesn't start in 2026. It starts right here, right now. And I think we have to do two things. We have to ensure that we push back and fight back against what we're seeing out of Washington, D.C. California is right in the firing line when it comes to the actions of the Trump administration. So we have to both protect vulnerable communities and ensure that we're organizing for the political fights ahead. And I think we're well positioned to do both.
The 2024 elections, what do you think the outcome of that election really said about where voters, or specifically Democratic voters, are right now?
You know, we have to reflect on and reckon with what happened in 2024. I think we certainly have a lot to be proud of, especially here in California. While we didn't win the the top of the ticket race for the White House, California bucked the trend, pushed back against some tough political headwinds to be able to win 6 of 8 congressional seats, flip 3 seats from red to blue, move us that much closer to being able to retake the House of Representatives in 2026. And so certainly we've got to reckon with some of the turnout challenges in key communities and assess what that means for us headed into a tough election cycle in 18 months.
Does the party have their eye on any candidate for governor that they're going to back this year or next year?
There's a deep bench, a lot of talent in the Democratic Party. And so, you know, I expect there to be a long conversation over the course of the next 18 months about what the next vision, the next chapter, the next era for California really looks like. But I expect it to be led by a Democrat.